My name's Hayden Davidson, aka How to Amazon. Never said that before. It's my new name. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to find some deals that are like hidden gems. Because believe it or not, this listing, I pretty much started this off myself. So I'm just going to hover over some areas where this may be of some help for you. So let me just show you the full keeper graph here. Now, when I came on this listing, I'm not on it by the way anymore, because the brands, the main suppliers on it now, so it's a bit risky, and the price has gone up because they twigged onto what I did. But just to let you know, this is actually my making. So what I did is I found these in around about February last year, December, January, February, March, February-ish sort of time, and it was like this. And as you can see, there's not much going on here. There's absolutely not much going on here. It was me that came on the listing about here, and I started off this trend, made a lot of money, right? We're talking, I don't know, probably a couple of grand, £2,000-3,000 profit I made from just selling this item. I was the only one. I contacted the account. I got a trade account open and started selling them all the way down to here, right? It was going really, really well. And then the brand actually jumped on. But that's fine because I made a lot of money and now I've sold everything out and now I'm out of it, right? But the point here is that I made a lot of money and then I got out. And this is how you can do that. And it's not always that you have to get out. Maybe perhaps in other cases you could stay on the whole time. So it's not to say that they always go like that. But for me, it was just lucky timing. I sold about 1,000 units and then I left, right? 1,000 units at around about £20. So how I looked at this, right, as you can see, when I came on, a lot of new sellers would think, for example, that this, a listing that had 250,000 in sales rank and was hardly getting any sales, although I was still new to Amazon at the time, I saw that as an opportunity. I saw that as an opportunity to get on a listing where, as you can see, there's hardly anyone in stock. There was hardly any competition. So the way that I looked into this was looking into the history. So what I did was looked back, and I looked all the way back here to when it was selling well, and then I decided the sort of results I could get if I lowered the price and then got a consistent FBA seller at that price, because the price that I came in at was actually more than it needed to be. The price was, look, up there, £39 without FBA. So I came in and said, right, let's look at the history. So one thing you can do here to understand more of what's going on here, to get more opportunities, is actually looking at the history. And all you have to look at the history of is check for a price when it was selling really, really well. And as you can see at £12.99, this was selling pretty well. It's a home and kitchen item, so this sales rank is very good. So it was selling very well, very well. £12.99. I could make a bit of money at £12.99, but it wasn't as much as I wanted to make. So I thought to myself, look, let's look at a price when it was selling at a bit higher. So this was obviously, no stock. As soon as one was £18, it started to sell. And then it started to sell even more at a lower price. But my point is that even at £18, even though you won't get as much sales as £10.94 or £12.99, I knew that I would still get sales, a lot more sales than what it's getting at the moment. So I bought about 30 and I tested it out, and they sold very, very quickly, very quickly. So I bought hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. And by the way, I'm not saying newbies should necessarily do this. It could have gone wrong, but this is just giving you an insight and sort of graphs that you can start to check. So I looked at, in summary, I looked at the old sales. I looked to see what the potential had, and then I tested and tested and tested. I had a really good run for 2 or 3 months, and then the brands started to come on because they noticed the listing, and then now I'm off it now, because the source that I was getting it from at such a good price, I was actually only paying about £4.50 for these, which is a great markup. Actually stopped selling them to me because they now sell on this listing themselves. But that is a little insight on how you can actually look into the history, finding opportunities from the history of keeper graphs, finding out what new opportunities you can bring back to life, essentially. So I hope that helped, and I'll see you in the next video.